There's a button in your Hyundai right now as you're watching this that most owners glance at once, maybe press out of curiosity, and then ignore for the entire life of the car. It's not even hidden under a secret panel or buried in a sub-menu you need some kind of password to reach. It's just sitting there in plain sight on your center console, glowing softly, waiting for you to understand what it actually does. Activate it properly, and your Hyundai will merge onto highways with buttery confidence. Sip fuel so sparingly that your monthly gas bill drops by double digits, and treat your engine and transmission so gently that they'll outlast your loan by a decade. Ignore it, and you'll keep complaining about sluggish throttle response and disappointing MPGs, convinced your car is just built that way. This feature is already baked into your car's brain, completely free, and once you learn to use it the right way, not just to push the button and hope, you'll swear you're driving a totally different vehicle. Today, we're pulling the curtain back on Hyundai's Smart Drive mode, the single most underutilized, misunderstood, and secretly brilliant feature hiding on your dashboard. By the end of this video, your Hyundai will feel like it just got a brain transplant, and you'll wonder why nobody explained this the day you drove off the lot. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. The button everyone sees and nobody understands. Open the door of any modern Hyundai. A Tucson, an Elantra, a Santa Fe, a Kona, you name it, and your eyes will land on a toggle switch or a button labeled Drive Mode right behind the shifter. You've probably pressed it once or twice. The little screen between your gauges cycles through normal, eco, sport, and then something called Smart. Maybe you lingered on Smart for a second, felt the steering tighten or loosen, shrugged, and clicked back to normal. That's where the story ends for 98% of Hyundai drivers. They treat Smart Mode like a gimmick, a marketing bullet point, or worse, a mystery setting that might break something if left on. But here's the full picture you never see. Normal mode is the compromise. Eco mode is the overachiever that makes your car feel like it's wading through molasses. Sport mode is the overly amped up feature that just burns through your tank, simple as. Then you've got Smart Mode. All you've got to do is understand what it's doing. Do that, and what you have is a Hyundai that seamlessly blends all three personalities without you lifting a finger. It doesn't make your car slower, it makes it smarter, and once you feel the difference, normal mode will feel broken by comparison. So, what Smart Mode actually does? Under your hood, most people assume Smart Mode is just Eco Mode with a fancier name, or maybe a watered-down sport mode that can't make up its mind. God knows how many times I've heard people say this in my shop. That misconception alone is costing you money and driving enjoyment every single time you turn the key. Smart Mode is an adaptive artificial intelligence, however basic, that reads your throttle inputs, brake patterns, steering angle, and even the incline of the road you're on, then decides in real time whether you need efficiency, responsiveness, or the perfect blend of both. It does this using 4 distinct sub-behaviors that the instrument cluster actually shows you if you know where to look. When you first engage Smart Mode, the cluster displays Smart in white letters. From there, depending on how you're driving, it can transition through 4 phases. If you're gentle on the pedal, cruising steadily, the letters turn green, and the car shifts into an eco-leaning map. Early upshifts, softer throttle response, optimized climate control cycling. If you suddenly stab the throttle to pass a truck on the highway, the letters turn blue and the transmission holds gears longer. The steering weights up slightly, and the engine mapping delivers more aggressive timing, essentially a temporary sport mode that lasts exactly as long as you need it. There's even a red Smart Sport indicator for sustained aggressive driving, and a white Smart Comfort for balanced cruising. You've got a car that's literally reading your foot and the road, switching personalities faster than you can blink, and you don't have to touch a single button. This is a full integration of the SmartStream engine control unit, the transmission logic, and even the electric power steering assist curve. Hyundai engineered an entire adaptive brain, and most owners leave it dormant. Why would you do that? But there's more to this, you know. And it's something even the owner's manual barely whispers about. Within your infotainment screen, buried 2 menus deep, there's a setting that lets you fine-tune exactly how aggressively Smart Mode chases fuel savings versus responsiveness, putting you in total control. Who doesn't want total control? Exactly. The hidden submenu that unlocks Smart Mode. Grab your keys and walk out to your Hyundai. Do it! I'll wait. Now, once you're in the driver's seat, fire up the engine and tap the setup button on your infotainment screen. Navigate to Vehicle Settings, then scroll down until you see a menu called Drive Mode. Inside, you'll likely find an option labeled Smart Mode Settings or Smart Shift, depending on your model year. And voila, you're in. In there, you'll discover a slider or a set of radio buttons that let you choose between mild, normal, and aggressive for the Smart Mode Eco Intensity. On some models, it's labeled as Coasting or Smart Shift Schedule. This, right here, is the secret sauce. Mild keeps the throttle response closer to normal mode, only dipping into eco-like shift patterns when you're practically coasting downhill. Aggressive leans heavily into fuel saving, holding lower RPMs and upshifting almost imperceptibly early, yet still ready to snap into sport the moment you demand power. The default is usually normal, a middle ground that works for most people. But experimenting with this slider is how you make Smart Mode feel tailor-made for you and your commute. One of my regular customers, a realtor named Marcus, drives a 2023 Santa Fe Calligraphy with the 2.5-liter turbocharged SmartStream engine. He spends hours in stop-and-go city traffic punctuated by sudden freeway merges. In normal mode, he was averaging 21 miles per gallon, and the transmission constantly hunted between gears. I set his Smart Mode to aggressive in the city and had him leave it on for 2 weeks. His fuel economy jumped to 25.8 miles per gallon. Would you believe that? A nearly 23% improvement, and the transmission stopped hunting because the car anticipated his creeping pace and held gears longer in traffic. That's just how effective this feature can be. Now, you might be wondering, if this feature is so transformative, why does your Hyundai feel sluggish the moment you turn it on? Time to burst a myth. Why most people turn smart. Mode off. After 5 minutes. Let's be brutally honest. If you've ever tried Smart Mode and immediately switched back, you're not alone. Almost everyone does it once. The reason is simple. Your muscle memory is calibrated to normal mode, which delivers a more immediate linear throttle tip-in. In Smart Mode's Eco phase, the pedal feels softer, almost elastic. You press, and the car seems to ask, "Are you sure?" before accelerating. That split-second delay feels, wrong, especially if you've developed a habit of jabbing the gas to dart into gaps in traffic. But here's the breakthrough realization. You're fighting the system instead of partnering with it. Smart Mode isn't designed for jerky reactive driving. It's designed for smooth, predictive inputs. When you press the pedal like you're gradually squeezing an orange instead of stomping on a bug, the eco phase becomes almost invisible and the transition to Smart Sport is instantaneous. The car isn't slow, it's just waiting for you to communicate clearly. I learned this lesson the embarrassing way. I recently got a 2024 Elantra Limited for a week and turned on Smart Mode, then promptly cursed at it for feeling gutless pulling away from a light. I stabbed the throttle harder, the car lurched into Smart Sport mode, and I got whiplash and a scowl from my wife. Then I forced myself to drive smoothly, rolling onto the gas, planning my acceleration, and within a day, I couldn't feel the transitions at all. The car just felt effortlessly responsive and eerily efficient. That's when the real fuel economy numbers started showing up, and what I discovered over a 3,000-mile experiment genuinely surprised me. Real-world MPG. The 3,000-mile experiment numbers don't lie, so I ran a controlled test in a 2023 Hyundai Sonata SEL with the 2.5-liter GDI SmartStream engine and an 8-speed automatic. I drove the exact same 60-mile daily loop for 2 months, a mix of suburban streets, highway cruising at 70 miles per hour, and downtown gridlock. The first 1,500 miles, I used normal mode exclusively, driving with my usual mixed habits. Nothing wild, just a normal American commute. My average fuel economy over that stretch was 31.7 miles per gallon, slightly below the EPA combined rating of 32. The next 1,500 miles I activated Smart Mode, set the hidden submenu to normal intensity, and consciously adopted smooth throttle inputs. my average jumped to 36.4 miles per gallon. That's a 4.7 miles per gallon gain, or nearly 15% better fuel economy on the exact same roads with the exact same driver, me. At $3.50 a gallon and 15,000 miles a year, that's over $400 in savings annually. But believe it or not, the money was almost secondary to what I felt behind the wheel. The transmission, that 8-speed automatic that sometimes hesitates in normal mode, became smooth, like a hot knife through butter smooth. Smart mode's logic held lower gears slightly longer when it sensed even a mild incline, preventing the dreaded hunt and lurch that plagues so many modern transmissions. The engine ran quieter at cruising speed because Smart Mode would upshift to 8th gear at 45 miles per hour on flat roads, where normal mode might hold 7th. Brake dust decreased noticeably on my front wheels because I was anticipating stops earlier, coasting in Smart Eco mode instead of charging up to red lights. And the steering, which waits up in Smart Sport during aggressive driving, gave me just enough feedback on twisty roads without the constant heaviness of dedicated sport mode. All of that adds up to a drivetrain that's accumulating less wear, less heat, and fewer stressed components every single day. Yeah, all this is just great. But let's address the elephant in the room. There are absolutely moments when Smart Mode is the wrong tool for the job, and knowing when to temporarily switch out of it is the difference between a brilliant driving experience and a really frustrating one. When to override Smart Mode and when to let it work. Smart Mode is not a one-button-fits-all solution, and treating it like one will sour your experience. There are 4 very specific scenarios where you should reach down and click that drive mode toggle back to normal, sport, or even eco individually. The first is extreme short merge situations. If you're at a metered on-ramp with a 150-foot merge lane and traffic is barreling down at 75 miles per hour, Smart Mode might not detect your urgency fast enough to switch from Eco to Smart Sport in the half-second you need it. In that case, temporarily click into Sport Mode manually, merge with confidence, and then click back to Smart. Easy peasy. The second scenario is towing or carrying a full load of passengers and cargo up a steep grade. Smart Mode's eco-leaning mapping can hold higher gears too long under heavy load, causing the engine to lug. Switch to normal or a dedicated tow mode if your Hyundai has it. The third is spirited canyon driving, where you want maximum steering weight and the most aggressive throttle mapping continuously, not intermittently. Smart Mode's blue Smart Sport indicator is reactive. True Sport Mode is proactive and holds RPMs above 3,000. Fourth, and this is a small but real one, extreme heat with the AC blasting. Smart Mode will cycle the air conditioning compressor to save fuel, and on a 105-degree day, you might notice the cabin isn't quite as frosty. In that case, click out of Smart, get comfortable, and switch back later. But let's be clear, for roughly 90% of your driving life, commuting, errand running, road trips, Smart Mode set to your preferred intensity is the superior choice. Now, I promised you earlier that we'd talk about why Hyundai doesn't make Smart Mode the default setting, and the answer is a fascinating mix of marketing, psychology, and a little bit of corporate math that will make you see your dealership experience in a whole new light. Why Hyundai hides this feature in plain sight. You'd think a feature that can boost fuel economy by 15%, reduce drivetrain wear, and adapt to every driving style would be the star of every commercial and the first thing a salesperson demonstrates. Instead, Smart Mode is almost never mentioned during a test drive. Well, there are 3 reasons for this, and none of them are technical. First, and you're not going to like hearing this, but car buying is emotional. Hyundai dealers want you to feel the snappy throttle response and tight steering of Sport Mode during that 10-minute spin because that sensation sells cars. If a potential buyer hops in and the car feels soft and calculated because Smart Mode is active, they might walk next door to a Honda dealer. So your test drive almost certainly happens in normal or sport, and nobody ever tells you what Smart does. Makes sense, really. Second, the owner retention paradox. A vehicle that adapts perfectly and sips fuel for years is a vehicle that doesn't get traded in as often. Fewer transmission complaints, fewer engine issues, and lower fuel costs mean you're happier, longer, and less likely to wander back into the showroom for a costly upgrade. While I won't call that a conspiracy, it's certainly not in any automaker's short-term financial interest to make every car last 300,000 trouble-free miles. Third, regional regulations and buyer preferences. In markets like Europe and South Korea, many Hyundai models ship with Smart Mode engaged as the default startup mode. In North America, where horsepower marketing dominates, they bury it as an option. The capability is identical. The difference is purely cultural. Dispelling the myths around Smart Mode is just as important as understanding the feature itself, because I've heard every excuse in the book for why people refuse to leave it on. The myths keeping you from using Smart Mode. Myth number 1. Smart Mode will damage my engine by keeping RPMs too low. I've heard this one a couple of times, and I'm just gonna say, this is just flat wrong. The Smart Stream engine's ECU will never allow lugging that causes knock or bearing stress. Shift points are mapped within safe parameters by Hyundai's engineers, and the system will downshift the instant load. Myth number 2. You can't accelerate quickly in Smart Mode. As I explained, flooring the throttle immediately jumps the car into Smart Sport mode with full power. The pedal still commands 100% throttle opening. The only difference is the first millimeter of travel is softened. That's all, you're still in full control. Myth number 3. Smart Mode only works on hybrids or turbos. Not true. Whether you have a naturally aspirated 2.0-liter new engine in an Elantra, a 1.6-liter turbo in a Kona, or the hybrid system in a Tucson, Smart Mode integrates with your specific powertrain. On hybrids, it additionally manages regenerative braking aggression and electric motor assist timing, making it even more impactful. Don't fall for everything you see on the internet. Myth number 4. It makes the air conditioning useless. As I mentioned earlier, it cycles the compressor, but in moderate weather it's imperceptible. Only in extreme heat might you notice, and you can still override it. Myth number 5, and this is the last one. I'll save just as much gas by driving carefully in normal mode. While smooth driving always helps, normal mode's underlying throttle map and shift schedule are not optimized for efficiency. You'd have to manually feather the throttle to mimic what Smart Eco does automatically, and you'd still miss the integrated climate and steering optimizations. Come on, the computer is faster and more precise than your foot. Finally, let's bring this home with a quick model-by-model guide so you know exactly what to expect from Smart Mode in your specific Hyundai. How Smart Mode behaves differently across Hyundai's lineup. While the core intelligence is consistent, Hyundai tuned Smart Mode's personality to match each vehicle's character. In the 2021 and newer Elantra and Sonata, with the 2.5-liter SmartStream engine, the system aggressively pursues high gear counts and coasting, making highway drives almost hybrid-like in their silence and efficiency. In the Tucson and Santa Fe SUVs, with the 2.5-liter turbo, Smart Mode balances boost management with fuel economy, reducing the turbo's eagerness in traffic, but unleashing it the moment you merge. The Kona and Venue with smaller engines rely on Smart Mode to wring every possible mile out of a gallon, with transmission shift points that feel almost CVT-like in their smoothness. The Palisade, with its V6, uses Smart Mode to tame the engine's natural thirst, and owners routinely report a 2 to 3 miles per gallon improvement on road trips. Well, if you drive a Hyundai hybrid or plug-in hybrid, Smart Mode becomes a master orchestrator of electric motor assist and regenerative braking, making your battery last longer and your gas engine kick in only when absolutely optimal. The single most important thing I can leave you with is this: the feature is already there, fully engineered, tested across millions of miles, and waiting quietly for you to press that toggle and then trust it. It won't make your Hyundai slower. It won't hurt your engine. It won't make your summer drives sweaty. It will simply transform how the car responds to you, saving you hundreds of dollars a year and adding thousands of miles to the life of your powertrain. So go ahead, get in, click into Smart Mode, dig into that hidden submenu, and give it one full week of smooth, deliberate driving. You'll climb out of your Hyundai 7 days from now, look back at it in the driveway, and realize the car you thought you knew has been hiding its best self this entire time.